8 things you've probably done that are actually illegal. You might be thinking that you're busted and you're going to prison, but you know how these top videos work with their titles. They make it seem like the end of the world, and then when you finish watching the top, you're like, well, it's not that big of a deal, I'll just continue with my life. The truth is, there are many things that are technically illegal, but they're not really enforced. It's not like the police will knock on your door and arrest you for them, even though they could if they wanted to. But they don't. They have better things to do. So relax and enjoy this video. We're here to have some fun and maybe learn something new. Who knows? Maybe you'll find out that you're a rebel without a cause. Or maybe you'll just laugh at how ridiculous some laws are. Either way, you won't regret watching this video until the end. Trust me, it's worth it. So let's get started. Number 8. Using a fake name online. You might think that using a fake name online is harmless and common. After all, most of us are guilty of, at some point, adopting funny nicknames online. I mean, who hasn't posed as Captain Crazy Pants on a forum, right? Well, you might be surprised to learn that using a fake name online can actually be illegal in some cases. For example, if you use a fake name to create an email account, a social media profile, or an online dating profile, you could be committing fraud and identity theft. Now, let's be real. It is only taken seriously if you use a fake name to harass, threaten, defame, or scam someone online. Otherwise, most of us would be serving life sentences. Number 7. Eating something before you bought it. Have you ever been so hungry while shopping at the grocery store that you decided to snack on something before paying for it? Maybe you opened a bag of chips or a candy bar and ate it while browsing the aisles. Or maybe you drank a bottle of water or soda to quench your thirst. Well, guess what? You just committed theft. While you might have the honest intention to pay for a chocolate bar that you've eaten while shopping in a supermarket, it is still technically illegal. Basically, it's still not yours because you haven't bought it yet. You know how it is, you're eating a bag of chips and suddenly you forget it on a shelf. Come on, guys. You can resist the temptation to snack for just a few minutes. Number 6. Sharing your password for online streaming services such as Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, or Amazon Prime Video. According to the UK government agency, the practice of password sharing breaks copyright law. I think we agree that this is ridiculous and that no one would ever prosecute you for something so trivial. And who can resist sharing the love with friends and family? Still, many streaming platforms have rules against account sharing. Obviously, a desperate attempt to scrape up a bit more money, and while we might brush it off as a harmless quirk, it's a legal puzzle waiting to be solved. Number 5. Gambling more than $2,000. Yep, your poker night could very well be illegal, though you'd have to be inviting some pretty high rollers. It's not like we do this often, since we're poorer than a church mouse. The Illegal Gambling Act of 1970 states that it has to have revenue of more than $2,000 in a single day in a private setting to technically break the law, which is designed to prevent organized crime and money laundering. There are a few exceptions to this law, though. For example, it is not illegal to gamble more than $2,000 if it's done in a casino or other licensed gambling establishment. Number 4. Underage drinking. According to television shows and movies, underage drinking is a regular thing. There are tons of episodes featuring an underage person or young adult drinking alcoholic beverages. So if underage drinking seems like a normal part of the teenage experience, is the consumption of alcohol by minors really that big of a deal? It can be. Offenses that relate to underage drinking can have serious consequences. So before you pull out the fake ID and attempt to purchase alcohol, here's what you should know to avoid criminal charges. Although it's usually a misdemeanor criminal offense, punishment for a conviction may include fines, attending alcohol counseling or classes, performing hours of community service, and driver's license revocation. Number 3. Littering. All right. If you're a decent person, you hopefully don't do this too often. But we've all dropped the occasional straw wrapper or apple core and just let them lie. It's not that we felt good about doing it. There was just nowhere else to put it. But did you know that littering is actually illegal in the US and many other countries? For relatively minor cases, courts typically impose a fine and may order litter cleanup or community service. Fines range from $25 in Massachusetts to $30,000 in Maryland. In more serious cases, offenders may be subject to imprisonment, with sentences ranging from 10 days to 6 years. Whatever the reason, littering is never the right thing to do. It is important to dispose of waste properly, even if it means carrying it with you until you find a trash can. Number 2, connecting to someone else's Wi-Fi. Well, we already knew this, right? But what's more important, having internet or ending up in jail for 2 years? Because as far as I understand, having internet is more important. But although I'm all for a world where Wi-Fi flows like water, borrowing the neighbor's Wi-Fi without them knowing it could be a misdemeanor or even a felony, complete with fines that might make your eyes water. Number 1, making a meme. Well, making a meme with media that is not in the public domain, that is, which is most material that you're likely to see in memes, such as movie and celebrity images. But while using copyrighted images may put you in some potential legal trouble, the fair use rule, a legal doctrine that permits limited use of copyrighted material, can probably keep you out of it. Beyond copyright, you can also be sued by the subject of the meme, if it's a really mean meme. All right, that's all for today. Subscribe if you want to keep having videos like this in your feed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay awesome and see you next time.